help, I just made a sale. Everything went through. I did everything I was supposed to, and now the buyer wants a discount. What do? I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. It's October 29th, 2017. 7:13 at night here in Orlando, Florida. Perfect day to talk about sales. And a perfect day to talk about sometimes things go sideways after the sale is made. And you'll find that even though you did everything that you were supposed to and you did your job, there's going to be some people that in the back of their mind, they're like, maybe I could have got a better deal. And a lot of times this is like when somebody's playing chicken. They're looking around and they're like, who's got the stronger wheel? Who's got the stronger frame? Whatever word that you want to use, whatever you want to call it. They sit there and they're like, hey, you know what could I have done differently? Sometimes it's buyer's remorse. They're like, hey, I bought this thing, this widget, this gizmo, and it was a lot of money. Can I get some money off? And I do a lot of work in in-home sales. And I remember back in the day when I was doing sales, there would be times where I'd sell like a $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $20,000 heating and air system, depending upon what the people bought. And like the job would go in and everything would go perfect. And then the buyer would call me up and they'd say, hey, Scott, I bought this XYZ system from you and now I want a discount. I'm like, well, help me out. What's going on? Well, I just want money off. I'm like, well, we agreed upon some terms. We agreed conditions. Did I do everything I was supposed to? Yeah. Are you happy with the product that you got? Yeah, but I just want a discount, right? And so what it usually comes down to is they have a buyer or they have a friend or a family member that after they made the sale that wasn't there for the presentation start going, hey, you know what, you could have got it for less. And it doesn't matter what you buy. It doesn't have the camera that I got right there. I showed somebody my camera a couple years back. They're like, how much did you pay for it? And I told them, like, oh, you could have got it for less. I'm like, what do I care? Right? I could have saved $10 on it, but it would have cost me $20 in shipping. Like, people get so caught up in this stuff, right? So how do you deal with it? Okay. You have a couple of different options. The first option is just to fight the person and say, hey, look, a deal is a deal. I'm sorry. This is the way that it works. And you're going to find a lot of businesses do that. And that's entirely up to you. There's no right or wrong answer for this. There's no perfect answer for this because it really depends upon the business. Okay. The second answer is, you can give them some sort of a discount. And I was sitting last night with a really high level marketer and he was telling a story where he sold a $2,500 product and it was on a thumb drive and the guy took the thumb drive and his guess was that he copied it and that, took that thumb drive and then sent it back and said, I want a refund. And he was like, great, I'll just refund your money. And everybody was like, well, why would you do that? And he's like, I don't know what was going on with that guy's life. Maybe that's where he was in his buying cycle, but maybe I'll pick him up later. And by the way, I'll just go ahead and sell that product again for the same exact amount to somebody else. And it's not really that big of a deal. So like, there's no perfect answer for this. And I see people that are like, well, I want the answer. Well, we have this thing in our head where we want to get even with everything that happens and everything that we do. And the thing is you could focus on somebody else. You could say, hey, great, you know what, here, have your money back, have your discount. I'm going to go focus on somebody who's my client for right now, and then we can revisit this conversation later if you ever want to buy again. But some people put them on a blacklist and say, I don't ever want to do business with you. Is there a perfect answer for this? No, there's not. I wish there was. I wish I could say, like, here's black and white and here's what you do. Right? But I've been around some pretty smart people who've said, look, here's the options, depends upon your business and the way that you run it and where you're at. And sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. So I wish I could give you a definite answer, but it's really going to come down to your business, your rules, and where you sit and the things that are going on. But sometimes people aren't meant to be your client. So there you go. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. To the right, to the left, there's a subscribe button. You know what you got to do. You got to subscribe. And then last off, you can send it out to your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Why not even LinkedIn? Scott Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.